So you need to get the basis chart for basically three things for S&P 500, soybean, and Japanese yen. So this is the first clarification that
Okay.
you need three of them. And then after looking at the basis chart, you also need to talk about what did MG make, a mistake they made. So remember, MG, if you can recall that PowerPoint that I showed you, that is MG was basically is a energy company, and it's a public-private enterprise. So just like any other big company in Europe, government is part of a private company. So they are in business of supplying oil to the customers. So when they obligated themselves to supply uh, oil, naturally they have to hedge it. So they hedge it by going short forward, and forward is a long-term contract. You
Yeah.
identified the market as normal backwardation. There are two things that need to be satisfied. Those are called necessary conditions. And necessary conditions, first one is F sub 0 is less than EST, and the second one is short hedges terminate. So when you say EST, you say UST is generated through demand and supply, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they identify the market, and then you know that the first they jumped on this idea that this is normal backwardation. So normal backwardation means could mean, not means, could mean that the market you can go long. So long futures you can go long. All right, and so
Okay.
they did. So they did, but they one thing they did not do, like in finance, you not only look at the return, but also you look at the risk.
Mm-hmm.
So they did not check the risk of the market. That means whether the market can flip, and the market did flip from normal backwardation to normal contango. The price dropped, so they lost big on long futures, and they were gaining on short forwards. But short forward was not being registered because it is done at the end. But futures is always ongoing, mark to market process. And so daily they were losing millions of dollars, and ultimately they called off, and that they lost $1.8 billion in 1993. Look at your homework 2 assignment, and you say that, well, we have identified the S&P 500 as this. You said normal backwardation. If you soybean futures as normal contango and Japanese yen futures as normal backwardation. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay. Okay. And then for 2 and 3, you just look at your options table, right?
Right,
On bar chart.
exactly. And that is,
Okay.
if I could go there, I mean, just give me a second. It will take a little time. Oh, this is, there is a problem in here. So I would say, usually I do not use Google because Google has problem with bar chart.
Yeah,
So
I noticed that. I had to download Firefox.
yeah, yeah. So let's say you take S&P 500, and then I will know it immediately whether this is working. Yeah, it's not working. It's not taking this thing here. So what you need to do is this, you see S&P 500 has ESZ 20
Yeah.
and
Then you
for
minus it.
yeah, ESY 20 is the other one. So you say ESY 20 minus ESZ 20, and then yeah, it's not working here. So do that on bar chart,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's go back to assignment. So it should be very easy to do. Okay.
Okay.
After everything is done, I will go try to use the Firefox just in case I can show you. And then in there is an option chart. An option chart would be basically when you go here in futures detail, there is here, you see options, you can
Yeah.
click on options and all that option chart will come. And then interpret delta. The delta,
Okay.
all the deltas are given. So delta interpretation is like this one. It will say that, well, as the underlying asset goes up by $1, your call option will go up by 85 cents.
Okay.
All right, that's the delta. And same thing on this side of the strike price is the delta here for put. So you say it's a negative number. So you say as the option price goes up by, as the underlying asset goes up by $1, put option goes down by 55 cents.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
that,
it's basic like analyzing your charts at the end.
yeah, it's just a definition. Okay, so this is just give me the quote. This one, you just download it and submit it.
Okay.
This is this option chart, and then interpret the delta. And for this one, it is you refer to your homework 2 and say that, well, we have identified the market for 3 assets as this. And then you say basis is a sufficient condition for investments. So what is that? You say normal backwardation market, the basis downward sloping means go long. Normal contango market, basis upward sloping means go short. And MG made the mistake because they identified it, but they did not do the sufficient condition. That's why market flip was not understood, and they lost big.
Okay. Thank you. That made more sense.
Okay, and then we go to let's say cell module again. Yeah, so then of course the midterm and then week 4. So you should be pretty well set on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and
I
then
was like over analyzing it. I thought everything was kind of based off the case study at first.
and then
Like looking at their data and stuff.
yeah, and then here it is, you need to make sure that you do all of this for preparation.
Okay.
And this one, as I said, I corrected, this is chapter 8 and number 12. Don't forget to go through that. That's a very good problem. I can even depending on what the situation is with your midterm, I can even give you that number 12 verbatim. It's a very good problem. Answering those questions will reveal that you understand futures well.
Okay.
And then effective price, don't ignore effective price. There are certain questions I gave you, don't ignore them. Okay, with the answers,
Okay.
and then effective price, how to get the effective price. Don't forget. All right,
Alrighty.
that's the preparation for that. Any other questions you have?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so let me see. Let me first of all stop the